Like, subscribe, turn your notifications on. Here we go.
All right, guys. Since my last video a little while back about the guy that decided he didn't want the job, and I went out and bought the trailer and all that stuff. I had another guy come over looking at these yards. I gave him a list. That's just how we do business. I always text my customers the night before or the day before and let them know, hey, we're going to come cut your yard tomorrow or whatever. Just to they know it's going to be every 2 weeks, but you know how life goes, stuff happens, and where they can just leave a check there or whatever at the property. And anyway, so I had this guy come over and I gave him the list, addresses, phone numbers, all that stuff. I told him, just look it over and see if you want the yards, right? Well, he looks it over, he texts me back, and I'll put it on the screen to let you see the conversation. But he says, no, I don't want it, basically. Uh, and, I say, all right. I say, well, why? Why don't you want it or whatever? And he says, well, the yards are like too far apart or too long to do or something like that. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to put that up on the screen, let you see that. But come to find out, the next day, I was doing, because I gave my customers, I had to drop 12 yards. Yeah, I just had to just go ahead and drop them because I had another guy doing them, and uh, the quality of work wasn't up to our standards. And so if somebody's doing a job for you, doing work for you, service work, and people are not doing a good job, like the highest quality of work than that we did, then we'll just basically, I'll just drop them, because I'm not going to have somebody out there doing a bad job, because no one's going to pay for service that's not getting done to their expectations. Well, so come to find out, he had been contacting all my customers, because the phone numbers were on there, and asking them how much the yards were going for. And so I contacted him and said, hey, what are you doing, man? Why you said you didn't want them. You said they were too far apart, and he was like, well, I thought you were just, that was it for you. And I said, yeah, but it was my work, I mean, I put the advertising in, I put the work to get the work there, period. You said you didn't want them, so why are you trying to do this? And basically, it's bad ethics. It's basically stealing yards is what it's doing. It's stealing work that I earned, you know. And so anyway, that's what happened. And but I really think it was really pathetic and sorry and low down to do that right there. But I know that God will take care of it. And but anyway, I just ended up dropping the yards anyway, because I just couldn't. We just got so much work that we couldn't just keep doing it, because you got to have people to build a business. Anybody does. I mean, you look at Donald Trump, you look at Elon Musk, you look at all these business people out here. You know, they had to have people to make money. You cannot grow a business without people, at least to a certain extent. You just can't do it. It's not possible. Usually I say, I don't like the word impossible, but when it comes to business, if you don't have people working, then you can't grow it, especially lawn care, where you have to have people, doing the work. This ain't, AI can't cut the grass for you. You know, you just can't do it unless you just got autonomous mowers, which autonomous mowers would be awesome to have, but you'd still have to take the mowers to the property, and then you would just leave and come back and pick them up. So you'd still have to do stuff, and then you have to have X amount of autonomous mowers to grow a business. And autonomous mowers are really expensive right now because they're kind of new to the industry. So you just couldn't do it. But anyway, and y'all also don't forget about the giveaway. We're giving away $300, $100 per person. Each one of my kids are going to draw, and I'll have a video on that of them drawing. It'll probably be on YouTube. It'll probably be a live event. But July 1st, don't forget, all you have to do is like, subscribe, comment on the video, share the video, and you'll be entered to win. We're just going to print the comments out, and I'm going to make sure that everybody that commented is a subscriber, and like the video, share the video, and all that stuff, and it'll be July 1st. So, and all you have to do, the simplest thing, if anybody wants to support us, all you have to do is subscribe and like the channel. That's it. That's all you have to do. It's the easiest thing. It don't cost you anything at all. It costs you maybe literally 3 seconds of your time. But anyway, I'll like, share, and comment, and just let me know what y'all think about the, I want to say, I guess you could say yard thief, you know. So, but anyway, y'all have a good one, and we will catch you on the next one.